Hello, everyone, and welcome back to an episode of the Northern Block Podcast. It is Monday, September 29th, 2025. I'm your host here, Nordic 97, joined with my other host, LeBlock James. LeBlock, how we doing?
We've been better.
Yeah, I've been better as well. Feeling a little bit under the weather still. When we recorded our tier list for the start of the season, by the way, it's not going to be in an episode anymore. It's coming out on Wednesday. I was feeling very under the weather, and I'm still pretty under the weather. So just want to preface that. I have a cough drop in my mouth right now. Hopefully that will help with the coughing, but this could be a struggle. Okay. Anyways, enough about that. LeBlock, I'm sure you don't want to talk about earlier. We brought up Carolina last episode. I don't think you want to talk about it today.
I'm good.
We won't, unless you want to talk about it later at the Hot Topics. But regardless, let's go into the news around the National Hockey League. And we're going to start off with something we have been covering here for a while. We've talked about it in multiple different episodes. Mason McTavish crosses himself off of the restricted free agent board. He signs a 6-year, $7 million contract that will begin, obviously, effective immediately. So this eliminates the rumors of possible trades, and we talked about it a lot about the disputes between the two. We saw a lot of Anaheim didn't really want to do a bridge. And I think McTavish, it looks like, was the one that did cave in, unless whatever. But regardless, a 6-year, $7 million contract. It shapes up to be a pretty good deal. LeBlanc, what do you think about this?
Well, you said you thought McTavish caved. Wasn't it McTavish that didn't want a bridge?
No, the Ducks didn't want a bridge. McTavish did.
Well, I guess financial security may have mattered more in this situation.
Yeah.
And just one, let's get this done. Let's get it done. I like the deal for Anaheim. You bring him in at a $7 million cap hit, which is going to be a decent cap hit as the cap is going up. I like how McTavish is going to be the 2C, I would say, for the foreseeable future. Plays very well on that second line. I think it's a very good deal.
I would say so. I agree with that. And this is a huge win for Anaheim as well. Not only is it a win for McTavish because he obviously gets to come back, he learns the brand new system, and I think we discussed that in last episode, saying that when you miss a team that is going through a brand new system, it really is going to affect you and how you play. So it's good that he's coming back now and not before the actual end of training camp. So at least he's going to have some time here to get acclimated. But it is good for Anaheim as well because, Anaheim has a lot of players who are coming up next year. All in the same year next season. They have Cutter Gauthier, Leo Carlson, Jackson McComb, Pavel Mintyukov, and Olin Zellweger. That's their whole core next year they have to sign in one season. So this past year they had Dostal and they had McTavish, a couple other guys as well. They got those guys signed. Dostal is at a $6.5 million cap hit, and McTavish is $7 million. Now, McTavish makes the same amount of money as Terry and Granlund. So these guys who are going to go in there and maybe ask for a little bit more, they're going to look at it and be like, McTavish, we gave him $7 million. Are you better than McTavish? So it really does give Anaheim a bit of an advantage there when you look at their overall cap hit coming here for this year. I won't spend that much more time on it because we're going to talk about them later on. But LeBlanc, anything to add with that?
I think you covered it basically. Anaheim has to sign their whole core. It's better to get McTavish signed long term now. I can see because I feel like their next core, outside of maybe Leo Carlson and maybe Lacombe or Mintyukov, they're going to want to bridge them.
Yeah, exactly. So it does give them a bit of a interesting standpoint there. Alexander Barkov. I think we might have discussed this in our tier list. Whatever, we didn't know the exact news until Friday. Barkov is expected to miss 7 to 9 months of the NHL season due to a major knee injury during practice, which that really sucks. Practice, it's one thing if it happens in the middle of a game, But during practice, man, that's just really bad luck. So I feel for Alexander Barkov here. At the best case scenario, we're seeing like late April. At the worst case scenario, we're seeing June. So Barkov basically is out for the entire regular season. He's going to be back for what would that put you, like midway through the first round of the playoffs? So like again, there's that. But it really does suck seeing this injury.
Yeah. Sorry, I heard you say I was distracted. Sorry about that. Yeah, so this is a huge injury for Florida, and we talk about practice. Talk about practice.
Yeah.
But I will say this: Florida is extremely deep down the middle.
They are.
They are. But Barkov is a Selke candidate every season. He's the heart and soul of that forward core and that team. He's their captain, obviously. But it's a huge loss. And with other injuries to Kachuk and Nosek, and Florida already isn't a great regular season team. Excuse me. However, it's still the Florida Panthers. I feel like they could maybe drop down to a wild card spot, though.
Yeah, I think regular season-wise, they could drop. Being without Barkov, it is going to suck. But as you said, they're very deep down the middle. You look at it, Bennett will probably be your 1C now. You have Lundell as your 2C. But a lot of these guys can play center. Like Sam Reinhart was a center. He can play center. Verhaeghe can be listed as a center. Marchand can too. Like, you have plenty of guys on this team that can play multiple positions and can play center. So, Florida, everybody's so worried about it. They're like, oh, playoffs? No playoffs? They'll be fine. They will be fine. Being without your captain, though, is going to suck. Sorry. I wonder, because if he does come back like 7 months later, like you could have him for playoffs, but what if you don't? Like, what if you don't have him for the playoffs? So, Florida does have decisions to make here because, again, the salary cap, it counts in the playoffs now. So, if they want to, put Barkov on LTIR and just have him sit the entire season and go out and get somebody with that $10 million they'll have, they can do that. Or do they want to take the risk of, Barkov could come back in time and have him for the playoffs?
Yeah, that's a very good question now because that loophole's gone now. So that's a very good question. I want to preface this. Have you ever torn your ACL or had a knee injury?
I've broken my toe, which broke my foot. I had a concussion. I'm sure you've seen the video of me getting killed in hockey, but besides that, no.
Right. Well, I have torn my ACL.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
what is the timeline for you? What was the story and what was
I got hit right in the knee as I was returning a punt in football.
Yeah, big football player here.
And I actually tore my ACL and I broke my ankle on the same play. So my timeline was a lot longer, but the ACL was about for me it was about 9 months. I'm not a professional athlete. It was about 9 to 10 months of rehab. I didn't start walking correctly again, like the second time until maybe about a year later. So it's a very long process, especially. I mean, he has all the top medicals in the world, top rehabs in the world. So I assume, but it's really hard to get back to form when you tear your knee. And it was his ACL and his MCL. So that's the whole. It's not the whole knee, but it's like half his knee. So I feel like Barkov could be back to the playoffs, but I would be very surprised if he was ready round one.
Yeah, that would put his timeline like late April, early May at the earliest that he could come back. Now again, the thing is with Barkov is that and some NHL players sometimes they come back earlier. Like it can happen. Like I don't rule that out whatsoever. With something like this though, again, you want to be very careful with it because this is something that could come back.
Yep.
As well as that too. I think you want to just take time with this. And you don't want to rush him back. Like, Florida's not a team where they're, all reliant on Barkov. just to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So, like, I think they will be fine. Like, in terms of going far in the playoffs, if somebody else goes down, then it's a real concern. I mean, it definitely is a concern not having your captain, your number one player. I would say your best player. Like, I think he would be the best guy over Kachuk and the others. But I think they'll be, quote-unquote, fine, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So there's that. Other news. I'm sorry.
You know, they're fine. Like I said before, they're pretty deep down the middle. They have guys who can play center. I really do think. I think if they start slow, they can sneak out of the divisional spots. But they're still a playoff lock, regardless. Unless they really want to go downhill. Which if they miss because of injuries, there's more injuries piling up or age, that'd be surprising. But getting at the end of the day, losing Barkov, huge loss.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think age is a big problem because most of this team is like 29, 30. Most of the team.
What about, you know how old Bobrovsky is?
Bob is the only thing, though. Bob is 37. You look at the rest of the roster, the only guy who is above 35 years old, the only two who are above 35 years old are Brad Marchand, who's 37, and Jeff Petrie, who's 37. And Petrie might be your seventh defenseman.
Yeah.
So there's that. Like, again, like, I think age isn't a big deal, but I do get what you're saying there because Bob's important, obviously. So there's that. But I think Florida will be fine. There's nothing really much else to say there.
Yeah.
Other signings around the league, we wanted to talk about Marner and them first. Cam Fowler, 3 years, $6.1 million. I thought Fowler, alongside Parayko, was phenomenal last year. When he was traded from Anaheim to St. Louis, he was terrible in Anaheim at the beginning of the year. Comes to St. Louis, was that dynamic player, had 36 points in just 51 games played, had 10 points in the playoffs. He is a little older. He's 33. This will take him until he's 36. Actually, the deal begins next year, so it'll take him until he's 37. But I still think it's a good deal. Like, I don't really have a problem with this. It's not really that much of a risk. Again, as I've been saying for so many deals, the cap's going up, he's still a very good defenseman. I think he'll be fine.
I always have to say the cap's going up because when I first saw this deal, I said to myself, that seems a little high.
It is a little bit high. I won't disagree with that. I don't know. I think this is him. This was going to be him going into a contract year, so maybe you wanted to get it done now in case if he asks for like $8 million after this year. I don't know, but regardless, I don't think that he's going to be. It's still a decent deal, but it is a little bit high.
It's a decent deal. Takes him to. But you never know, especially with the older defensemen when they hit. I think 33 usually is when defensemen they either age like wine or they hit the wall.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens there. And by the way, Fowler's never been known for his crazy offensive game. He's only scored more than 10 goals in a season 3 times.
He's a two-way defenseman, I would say.
More of a two-way guy. And by the way, none of those are before, or one of them is after 2020. So, and
I would say Fowler, he's not known for his elite offense, but he's not known for his elite defense either. He's good. He's not elite at a certain area though.
Yeah. Anthony Stolarz, 4 years, 3.75. When I saw this, I was like, wow, this is a really good contract. Stolarz last year didn't play a ton with the Maple Leafs because he did suffer an injury, but did play 34 games. I guess that is a lot more. Had a .926. Did very good. It was good in the playoffs as well. You can attest to that, I'm sure. Honestly, I really do think that this is a pretty good contract.
Why would you bring up playoffs?
Sorry, LeBlanc. I didn't mean to bring up playoffs. I didn't mean to break your heart like
that. It's a good contract for a backup.
Shut up.
Because no. I'll make this point right here. Toronto is tandem. They don't have a starter. It's 1A, 1B.
I don't disagree with that. Yeah.
Because Stolarz, I don't think Stolarz has played over 45 games in a season.
I just had his stats pulled up. Hang on a second. You are correct. He is not.
So, like I said, Toronto they have Wall and they have Stolarz. We're both excellent goaltenders.
Well, here's the thing, though. You look at both of them. So Stolarz is first off, Joseph Wall took a leave of absence, so he is not currently there. From what I hear, is that we don't know what it is, but this could be a longer term thing.
Okay, I didn't know that.
I don't know. So Wool took a leave of absence, so now it's Stolarz and Hillaby. But when you look at the overall tandem for this team, Wall is getting paid 3.66. Stolarz is 3.75. So
regardless, it's very good. It's a very good use of the cap. They probably have the cheapest goaltending tandem in the league.
They have the second cheapest one. Do you want to know the cheapest one?
What is it?
I was just going to let you guess.
Is it San Jose?
It is not San Jose. No, not even close. They're not even in the top 10.
I'm trying cheapest tandem. No.
This includes ELCs, by the way.
Is it Chicago?
No.
Okay.
Do you want me to give you a hint?
Can you give me the division?
It's in the division that we're previewing today.
Oh. All I could say was
And you got to keep in mind. Well, actually, no, that would spoil it.
Is it Seattle?
It is not. No, it is definitely not Seattle because they got Grubauer.
Oh, he's still there. Damn.
Yeah. Do you give up?
No, I'm gonna keep going for all this. Oh, Calgary.
Yes, Calgary. Dustin Wolf and projected guy Ivan Prosvetov take up $1.9 million.
I mean, that's pretty good use of your cap space right there.
Now, keep in mind, though, because Dustin Wolf's going on that $7.5 million deal, so that would immediately bring him to number 9 on this list. So there's that. But, yeah, they are the most cost-efficient goalies in the league. That's pretty cool.
But going back to Toronto, they have two really good goaltenders, and they're paid. I would say Stolarz could have honestly demanded the bag from Toronto.
He could have, yeah. I mean, we were talking about that earlier. He could have asked for a lot more money. So it's really good for Toronto here to get these deals locked up. Paying your goalies $6 million combined, not that bad. Instead of paying one of them $7 million. So that's pretty good management there of your salary cap. Not to mention too, your guy Dennis Hildeby is currently still in his ELC. So that's your third string right there. But above all, very good management of the cap here by the Toronto Maple Leafs. One more thing that I wanted to talk about here before we get into our Pacific Division preview. Marc-Andre Fleury played his final game in Pittsburgh. It was a preseason game between them and Columbus. I'm going to post a photo here on screen of Malkin, Fleury, Crosby, and Letang. I guess solidifying the end of an era, even though they're all still there. So I guess it's not an end of an era yet, but it does feel like
because
it's really
that's the last game they'll all three play together. Because if they sign Fleury, that'd be crazy.
Be so upset because you know what I saw?
He had the retirement tour. And then you can't be like Brett Favre. I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
Like Tom Brady. You know what I saw on Twitter the other day when they were posting it? They were saying that Fleury is a retirement merchant, and I was like, "This is awesome. That's such a great tweet." Because again, after the regular season, you thought he was done, then he gets invited to the World Championships, and then after that, you thought he was done, and then now he's getting offered PTOs. So. I wouldn't be shocked if they sign him. I wouldn't be shocked.
There's Seriously. That meme. It's I still got one more left in me.
UNC still got it. Still got it. Yeah, that's another one there as well.
Still got it. But yeah, it is end of an era because you look at Fleury. Unless I don't think they're going to sign him, but unless they sign him, Malkin. It's been confirmed that it's going to be his last year in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Or that the Penguins are not re-signing him.
Yeah, and he had some comments about that. And then Crosby is Crosby.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens there with Crosby. But regardless, yeah, it does feel like an end of an era in Pittsburgh. It's not out of the question that they sign him to a 1-year deal. Just be like, fuck it, let's go. But
they don't have anything to lose.
They don't, and they certainly have the cap space. Offer him $12 million. Screw it. Want to come back? $12 million. We'll run it back. Let's go.
1 year, $12 million would be crazy.
Yeah, that would be one hell of a contract. A couple more tidbits here before we wrap up. There was a few other things that I found that we do need to discuss. Capo Caco out for the next 6 weeks with a broken hand. The preseason injuries are really getting the best of us now this year. So sucks for Kakko. David Reinbacher is injured once again. Will miss the next 4 weeks with a broken hand. Really sucks for Reinbacher.
Bro's been through it. Like he has some significant injury almost every season now that he's played.
This one's not as bad as the one that he had last September. Last September was like he was out basically until the very end of the year. At least he'll be out for the rest of for like a month here. But still, like you go through your first 2 years of playing pro hockey and you can't even like have a good start to the year. It sucks to see for Reinbacher. And then for Kakko too. Kakko was a good piece last year for Seattle when he came in. Gives me less and less hope for the Kraken. Just being completely honest with you. But there's that. One more thing. So we saw something from New York, and you might have seen this, but we haven't really discussed him that much. We've discussed McDavid and Kaprizov a lot more. Artemi Panarin from the Rangers. So the Rangers reportedly approached Artemi Panarin about a team-friendly deal, but obviously nothing materialized. Elliot Friedman reported on this. Panarin is entering his final season of a 7-year, $11.64 million contract. He has believed that New York tried to get him to a similar situation as Anze Kopitar's 2-year deal, $7 million with LA, which I think, like, it's not that crazy. Like, that would make sense if he were to take a deal like that. But Panarin's like, nah.
I want to remind you that Panarin used the Islanders to get more money from the Rangers. Do you remember that?
Yep.
I don't know if you were.
I do remember that.
So he was going to go to the Islanders at like 13 mil or like 12.5 mil, and they're like, whoa, I got some more money for you.
Yeah.
I don't mean to be like what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not racist, but
what?
But countryist, but she's countryist. But the star Russian players, they always hold out for the biggest check.
No, they do. That's true. Like the Russians, they want money, and I mean, like I don't think that's countryist or racist or whatever. I think
they're so far away from home, they might as well be getting the bag. Like,
yeah, it's true. I mean, a lot of them have reached out and asked for more money, so it's not that crazy, especially for a guy like Panarin. He definitely has. So, I feel like what really might come to bite them in the ass here is Shesterkin's extension. Because he's getting paid 11.5. Now, Panarin is slightly more, but Panarin could be like, I want 12. He's only 34 when that contract ends.
Yeah, but you see, when people, it's always like the, you know that meme, then I hit the wall.
Yep.
It's like that, and you don't want to be the team that signs the player who's going to hit the wall. Or the saying is, you don't want to be, or for example, like he's on the wrong side of 30.
Yeah. So
I think Panarin's going to test market.
I think he might as well, honestly. It's going to be weird, though. Like, whoever signs him, it's going to be, like, a bridge. And it probably could be 12. Like, that's not that crazy to say. Maybe more.
And I'm going to say this because I like to just throw just throw it out there,
Go ahead.
Panarin would be great if he went back to Chicago.
Whew. You know what? Make it happen. Whatever. Do it. I hear so many things about Chicago getting this player and Chicago getting that player, and
they never do.
Nothing ever happens. So, screw it. Make it happen. All right. So, if that's all you got for news around the National Hockey League, we are going to hop into our Pacific Division preview here. So, we have now done all 3 divisions in the last 4 episodes. We talked about the Atlantic, the Metro, and the Central. We are now moving on to the Pacific. So, how it's going to work is we are going to preview each team based on how they were ranked last year. So we'll start off with San Jose and we'll end with Vegas. I think that kind of works out perfectly. But regardless, let's hop right in here with the San Jose Sharks. So the Sharks last year finished 20, 50, and 12 for 52 points. They were dead last in the NHL, dead last in their division. Should not surprise anybody. The guys they went out and acquired, it's a long list. Get ready. Jeff Skinner, Ryan Reeves, Philip Kurashev, Adam Gaudette, Dmitry Orlov, John Klingberg, Nick Leddy, and Alex Nedeljkovic. The guys they let go of, Mark-Edward Vlasic, Alex Georgiev, Jan Rutta, Klim Kostin, Nikolai Kovalenko, Noah Gregor, and Henry Thrun are the guys they let go of. As well as that, too, I will like to mention, it's not 100% confirmed that he's going to go to the Sharks this year. He could go back to Saginaw. Michael Misa is in the picture here as well for a guy you could see in the lineup this year. But LeBlanc, what is your takes on the San Jose Sharks?
The Sharks should be better, but they're still the Sharks.
They're still bad.
My MVP is Macklin Celebrini. And then, I just wrote right in here. For breakout, it's just what I wrote. I wrote 3 words. Pick your poison.
Yeah. That's not, yeah. Yeah,
and
that makes sense.
I'm going to throw a few names out there.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Will Smith.
Will Smith, good one. You could just pick any rookie from last year, honestly.
Like Will Smith, Misa. I don't know if Dickinson's going to make the team, but if he does, that's
a rookie of that could be a rookie of the year candidate. Askarov as well. Technically, he's still a rookie. Mm-hmm. Whatever. Yeah, San Jose. My MVP is also Celebrini. My breakout guy, I picked your boy Zach Ostapchuk, or sleeper guy is Zach Ostapchuk. Big fan of him. Yeah, San Jose, I like the top 6. The top 6 will be fun. The bottom 6 is not terrible, but it's still not the greatest. What I look at and I want to puke is that defense. That defense is terrible. That will be terrible. It's got a lot of names on it. Like, it has a lot of the names of just old veterans that are rejects. Like, that's what this defense looks like. Orlov, Klingberg, Leddy, and then you have Ferraro, Liljegren, Mukamadulin, like, Christ. Vinny Desharnais as well. My God. So, yeah, that blue line's atrocious. The goaltending is all right. It's good. Askarov will take a step, I'm sure.
I just want to say this. Who is Orlov's agent? Like, why is brother getting the bag everywhere he goes?
I would not be shocked if Orlov suddenly becomes a deadline player they discuss in a couple of months.
Yeah,
because that's just what always happens.
But the Sharks, but the Sharks, going back to the Sharks, the youth movement is alive and well. The coach is Ryan Warfowski.
Warshawski, yep.
Warshawski, excuse me. Going to the second year, I feel like the Sharks. I don't think the Sharks are ready to make that jump yet. I think they're another year of being a bottom 5 team.
I agree.
And then maybe the following year they make moves to get to at least being competitive. It's going to be a very fun team to watch, though. Very fun team to watch.
Yep.
And they just released those throwback unis. Losing never looked so good.
Yeah, those are nuts. We will be discussing those after we do the preview. So
and then
your thoughts for now, but yes.
Sharks ceiling, I'll be honest, I'm gonna say 7th.
Who's your rookie?
My rookie. I'm gonna go. I'll go. Oh, sorry, rookie.
Yeah, rookie.
I was gonna say my sleeper was gonna be breakout player is Will Smith, but for rookie, I'll say Askarov since you went off to Chuck.
Okay. Yeah. So ceiling
is 7, but it's me. That's me being generous.
Yeah, it's gonna be 8. Like I think there's really no other way to debate it. So yeah, just I look at that. It's gonna be 8. My ceiling is 8. My floor is 9. Yeah, it's gonna be 8. But this team, yeah, that was mean. But this team is still gonna be fun. Like there's no question about that. Absolutely no doubt about it whatsoever. They will be fun to watch here once again. So I did want to just bring that up. All right, moving on to our favorite team. This is me and LeBlanc's favorite team always, the Seattle Kraken. The Kraken went 35-41-6 last year for 76 points. They were 7th in the Pacific Division. They went out, they acquired Mason Marchment, Frederick Gaudreau, and Ryan Lindgren, the guys they let go of, Andre Burakovsky, and Mikey Eisymont. They also have Matt Murray. So, yeah, that Matt Murray. So there's that. But Seattle, average. Again, average. You look at that forward core, it's so bloody average. Defense is so bloody average. Goaltending, a little above average if you look at Dackard. Coaching, average. General management, meh, probably below
I'll
average.
be honest, you give me the entire Seattle training camp roster. You give me the entire breakdown of the front office. Like, it names everywhere. And my one response is going to be, they having a mid-off. Like,
It's not good. It's not
like,
a good roster.
I think if you've been listening for a while, you know we like Seattle, but we're very critical of Seattle because you can't keep fucking this up.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely.
Like, I mean, coming into the year, I'm sitting on Seattle are low. Like,
I'm so low on them.
like I can't even see them being in the wild card race. Like,
no,
even at the very end, like, they can if this is no, like, I don't see it happening. And I'll be honest, I feel like this is the year like they give up on some veterans.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked at all.
Who's your MVP?
MVP, I guess Beniers.
My MVP is Jared McCann.
Yeah, that's not bad. Not a bad pick either. Breakout guy.
I had Shane Wright.
Shane Wright, good pick. Yanni Nyman is my pick.
Okay.
So I'll go with him. And your rookie of the year?
Let's go Yanni Nyman. I don't know if he is a rookie.
I got Yanni Nyman as well. He is. Technically he is. Yeah, for me, Seattle, I'm just not high on them. Like, it's such an average team. And you know what, LeBlanc? We're not high on them. They'll probably be a little bit better than what we think.
Yeah.
But they'll be around average. Like, they'll be 25th, 26th probably.
No, and here's the thing, and I'm gonna be yelling for a second. Give me a minute. I don't trust the coaching. I don't trust getting rid of Dan Bowser for Lane Lambert. We
have been captivating for the justice of Dan Bylsma for so long on this podcast because it is so undeserved what that man did for this organization, and they just kick him to the curb immediately after one season of mediocrity. What the hell? I don't understand because Kakko had a great season. Wright had a great season. A lot of the young guys played great. You had Nyman that came up there and played really good. You had Ty Cartier who looked solid. Like, you throw that all away for Lane Lambert. I don't understand. I don't
think Bylsma got hired anywhere else. Yeah.
He has not been hired, which really sucks. Maybe something else happened there, but
there must be something internal that we don't know about because I know they brought in Botterill or Botterill fired him.
I don't know. Well, what's his face Francis got promoted, so you know there's something wrong with that management.
Fired, but via promotion. That's what I always call it.
Yeah. So
I'm going to say this right now. There is a scenario where I see Seattle finishing in 8th. There is a scenario. It's not a what's the word I'm looking for? It's not a likely scenario, but it is a scenario.
They are better than San Jose.
Their ceiling, I'm gonna say it's 6.
Ceiling is 6. Floor, I think San Jose is still worse than them. I'm gonna say 7.
I have Seattle finishing 7th though in the Pacific.
I do as well. Yeah, I have them finishing at their floor.
It really does suck because I don't know, but Seattle actually has the most expensive tickets in the NHL.
Really? Over Toronto?
Yeah, I found that out a couple weeks ago. Because when I went to Seattle, I used my StubHub credit, so I got that shit for free. But
yeah,
my tickets were worth like $200 American.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah, no, their average tickets, I think they said like their leaders are like $211 average USD. So that's like $250, $260.
That's unbelievable.
And, I mean, for what if you'd been to Seattle, you know Seattle's a very they're very white collar city.
Yeah.
Yes, they got the mountains and they got the trails, but they're very white collar. Everything's expensive in Seattle. It's how the West Coast is. It's a very, very good fan experience, and the fans they're so good in Seattle. I want them to be good so bad, but it just sucks, dude.
Yep. So, yeah, Seattle, we'll move on from them. Depression and mediocrity. Let's go on to Anaheim. Anaheim, we just discussed a lot about McTavish earlier, but looking at the whole team, Anaheim had a 35, 37, and 10 record for 80 points. They were sixth in the Pacific Division. The guys they brought in, Chris Kreider, Mikael Granlund, Ryan Poehling, and Peter Mrazek. The guys they got rid of, Trevor Zegras, John Gibson, Robbie Fabry, Brett Liason, and Isaac Lundestrom are the guys that they said, nope, you're gone. Anaheim, I feel like when you look at the overall team, they actually got worse, but I do think the moves they made were still good, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I do. And I'll be honest, I trust this coaching staff a lot more than I do the other two.
I do as well. Quenneville has the track record. Anything is better than Greg Cronin. Just want to put that out there to the world as well. Almost anything. Apparently Dan Bosma's not better than Cronin. Anyway, but regardless, I think that Anaheim has a very good forward core. They're pretty damn deep down the middle. Nobody talks about that enough. They're pretty damn deep down the middle. Their wings are good too. They have a very good top six. Their bottom six could be better, but it's still solid. Defensively, they're really stacked on the left shot side. They're very shallow on the right shot side. And then in net, Dostal's your guy. So overall, I think this is a pretty solid roster.
I don't think, so we're talking about down the middle, they felt so confident down the middle, they traded away Zegras.
Yeah.
Because they felt so comfortable down the middle. And with McTavish now back in the fold, they are now very deep down the middle.
You also have, Granlund can play center, too. So, you have guys who can play center here as well. That's very convenient for you. I think Kreider will be somebody that people are going to be shocked at how good he is this year. I'm not saying that he scores 40 goals again, but he could really,
he could be a 30 and 30 guy, for sure.
Yeah, he could rejuvenate himself a bit. My MVP is going to be Leo Carlsson.
My MVP is going to be Lucas Dostal.
Good pick. Yeah, good pick. I looked at Dostal. I thought about him. Sleeper. I got a guy who's a little bit off the board here. Sam Colangelo.
Okay.
But also shout out to Ryan Poehling as well.
My breakout, I have Leo Carlsson. I think it's the year where he finally breaks out.
Yeah, I think that is going to happen. He's been very dynamic the last couple of years.
Yeah, he was really good last year, but I think this year he turns it on.
Yeah, for sure. And then Rookie of the Year. I guess you could look at Beckett Seneca if he makes this team out of camp. I don't believe he's been sent home yet.
I think Beckett Seneca makes the team. He's been very good in preseason. I watched one of the games with Anaheim. He looks very good. Because now, I just turn on my TV, I'm like, now he's on. Then, there's this preseason on. Free preview. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I'll be streaming a Anaheim-San Jose game tomorrow, so we'll see if he plays. But regardless, there's
respectfully, that. You poor bastard.
What? What, poor bastard? What does that mean?
You poor bastard. I wanted to watch San Jose Anaheim preseason.
Hey.
No, it's fun. Don't get me wrong, but those two teams with we're in the end of preseason, so it's not just farm team versus farm team.
Hey, you do it for the love of the game.
You do.
Yeah. I will say this though. I couldn't watch the damn Senators game today because it was at a neutral site.
It was on the French network, only on the French.
Yeah,
network.
So I was like, all right, screw you. I ain't watching that. Yeah, so I didn't stream that today, but whatever.
But yeah, Anaheim's floor, I think they're better than San Jose. By far, I think they're better than Seattle. I don't see a world where they're, I would say, if everything goes wrong, 7th. In a world where
floor's 6 for me.
I think there's a world where maybe Seattle is better than we think, and maybe Anaheim's not ready to take that next step. Anaheim's floor for me is 7. Their ceiling for me is actually going to be 4.
My ceiling is also 4. Unfortunately, though, I have them at 6. And that's really hard for me to do.
I had them at 5th in the Pacific, actually.
Oh, wow, okay. So I think you might be not pulling for somebody here who we're about to talk about next. We'll see. Next up, the Vancouver Canucks. The Canucks last year had a really disastrous season. They went 38, 30, and 14 for 90 points. The guys they brought in, Evander Kane and Pierre-Oliver Joseph. The guys they got rid of, Dakota Joshua, Artur Shilovs, Pius Suter, and Nick DiGiuseppe. I'm going to be blunt with you. Vancouver, I am on the Vancouver hype train.
Okay.
I don't think you are, but I am. So
So here's something I'm going to say about Vancouver. Vancouver is the most polarizing team in the Western Conference because this team can either fall apart at the seams, or they could when we get to fourth season, I'll talk about it more. But or they can they're due for a bounce back. I'll say that. That's what I'll say. They're due.
There's a lot that needs to happen for them to get in, though.
I know.
So I will say that. Pettersson needs to bounce back. The team needs to stay healthy, and then they need to not let the locker room get in the way of the team. So there's that. Quinn Hughes needs to stay healthy, and Demko and Lankinen need to be the guys. Now, my contrary to that, I think they have a great top six. Jake DeBrusk last year scored a lot. Evander Kane, when there's no distractions, he can be a good 30 player. 30 goal scorer, maybe, possibly.
Yeah, but it's hard to get no distractions.
It is hard to get no distractions. Philip Hedl, that is my concern. Down the middle, I have concerns. Hedl could be interesting this year. I like Garland. I've always liked Garland. I think Lecker-Mackey's going to make a big push this year. On the back end, Quinn Hughes and Hronek, as long as they both stay healthy, and then all the million different Petterssons they have, I think if they can be healthy, they'll be okay. And then in net, I think if Demko can bounce back and Lankinen was like Lankinen last year,
yeah,
it'd be a damn good tandem.
Lankinen was damn good last year too. No one talks about how good Lankinen played for the Canucks.
He was very good. He was not the issue last year when you look at the Canucks. So just want to put that out to the world. I'm looking up his stats right now. .902.
Do we have the same MVP?
Quinn Hughes?
Quinn Hughes.
Yeah, Quinn Hughes. Got to be the guy.
My breakout is Jonathan Lecker-Mackey.
Sorry. Yeah, Lecker-Mackey is a good pick. I would also go with Drew O'Connor.
Drew O'Connor? Okay. And Lecker-Mackey's I think he's still a rookie, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe he is. Actually, hang on.
He might not be. He played a good chunk of the Canucks last year.
He is 24 games played, so I guess not. No. So then I would go with, I don't really know who else would be a rookie.
Yeah.
So I guess none.
So
shout out to Vitaly Kravtsov, though.
Oh, yeah, he's back now. I'm just going to talk about the floor and ceiling. Vancouver's floor. Now, I want to make this very clear. When I do floor and ceiling, I see what's the worst that could happen. That's what I always say. The worst that could happen is they can finish last. Let's be realistic here, okay? Let's be realistic. Their floor is 6.
Yes, that is my floor for them.
Their ceiling is 2.
That is also my ceiling. Yes. So here's the big thing. Where do you have them?
I have the Vancouver Canucks in 3rd place making the playoffs.
Me too. Wow, I thought you weren't really that high on them.
I kind of while doing this division, I kind of did a little more digging and research, and then I realized I trust Vancouver's defense and goaltending over the Kings' defensive goaltending.
Wow.
And Vancouver's this thing where every other year they have a decent year.
That is true. Interesting. Okay, I guess we'll have to follow back on that. All right, number 4 then is the Calgary Flames. The Flames went 41, 27, and 14 last year for 96 points. The guys that they went out and acquired were nobody. Ivan Prosvetov was their best acquisition last year. So there you go. The guys they let go of, though, Kevin Rooney, Dan Vladar, Anthony Mantha, and Tyson Barrie are no longer with the Calgary Flames. Calgary, basically the same team, which is why I think they will be the same.
Calgary, Connor basically came out and said that they're trending towards a rebuild. And then Backlund also said that Anderson's getting traded at some point. So that really does hint to me that they're not trending towards being a competitive team. And I'm going to say this right now. My MVP and my breakout player are the same player.
It's Dustin Wolf, ain't it?
Dustin Wolf.
Yeah, it's got to be Dustin Wolf. My MVP is also Wolf. Breakout? Very hard to pick one. Screw it. Coronado has another big breakout year. I will say this. Rookie of the year, Hansik? Hansik almost made the team last year, so I could see him.
Hansik had some struggles last year, but I expect him to make the team, yeah.
He did have some injuries. So, I do agree with what you're saying in terms of the fact that I look at the Flames and you say, yeah, they're trending towards a rebuild because this team is just, it's not good. Like, it's not bad, but it's not good either. They're like a glorified, better version of Seattle, I feel like. And that's me being very mean.
For the forward core, I would agree, yes.
Yes. For the forward core, I think Anderson will get traded. It's just a matter of when.
And where.
Where. I think until then, though, Calgary is pretty much the same team. I look at them a lot as like the Arizona Coyotes of 2020-21, where Arizona, in a sense, that year, they didn't change anything to their roster. They let their team just kind of go for it. And you're coming into next year where Calgary has some guys who are expiring and that you're going to need to take a look out for here. And they do have a couple of guys who are coming up in the coming years after that you need to make moves for, especially on that back end. Anderson's expiring. Jake Bean's expiring. You have Lomberg, Kirkland, who is coming off the books. The problem is, though, with Calgary compared to that Arizona team is they have a lot of guys who are locked up for a while. Like Justin Huberdeau is locked up. Sharon Govich is still on that contract. Kadri still has 4 years left on that deal. So Calgary, if they wanted to go towards a rebuild, it'd have to happen like yesterday. And we've been saying this for a while. They really should have traded these guys last year. Honestly, like Anderson and them,
they should have not signed Huberdeau, but that's a whole other can of worms we're not gonna get into. But
that wasn't Conroy, so I'm not gonna really like put the fault on Calgary for that. Like that was so
floor and ceiling. I'll be honest, Calgary's floor, like their floor is also 6.
Yeah, I would say so.
But I'm going to say this right now. I think their ceiling is actually only 5.
I have him 5.
So
I could see 4 if LA just implodes defensively.
They have to implode, though. That's the thing. Like, when I do these scenarios, I make sure, like, do you think that's going to be realistic? And like, if I do the scenario like 10 different times, no, I don't think it's going to be realistic. So
yeah,
I have the Flames finishing 6th.
Okay, I have them 5th, so we disagree on that for once in our lives. Calgary, just for me, I think they have the same team, which is why I think they will be probably about the same, unless if they just tear it down this year. But the problem is like, they haven't shown anything that says that. I know Conroy says they're trending towards a rebuild. Like, why are you making these trades going out and getting guys like Frost and Farabee? The fuck are we doing?
I think that, like, placeholders.
I guess so. They really should have traded a lot of those guys, though, last year. Mm-hmm. I know they wanted to go for it and try and make a playoff spot, but...
I'm going to say this. Because at the deadline last year, they were in a playoff spot.
They were.
This year, at the deadline, if they're out of it, fire sale.
Possibly. I think it should be. So...
I don't know. I'll say this. The problem with a lot of these Western Canadian markets is that ownership usually doesn't let the teams rebuild because who wants to go see a team that sucks?
That does happen. I agree.
And that does happen. And because knowing Calgary how much their tickets are, which is they're a lot.
Yes, they are.
I can see why, but I think ownership may have softened up the idea of doing the rebuild. So we'll see what happens. But with Calgary, unless Wolf. Like, I have this as my breakout. Unless Wolf, just goes, like, if he goes down and wins the Vezina and they make the playoffs, I can see it, but it's not likely.
Yeah, that's a very unlikely possibility. I fear they will be 5, unless if, like, you got to look at the other division, too, especially if you look at the Central and the wild card, like, there's up to 6 teams that you could argue are competing in that division.
Yeah,
for
and
a
I'm going to
playoff
say this.
spot.
I had Calgary at 6, but it's a soft 6. Like, they could easily be 5th.
Yeah. So I think that it all depends on what the other teams around them do, which I guess it depends for all teams around the league. But Calgary, I have them at 5th. I don't think they're really going to be that much better than that.
Yeah.
All right, number 3 is actually the Edmonton Oilers, LeBlanc. So the Oilers were 3rd in that division. They finished with a 48-29-5 record for 101 points. Good thing I looked at that because I almost talked about the Kings. We would have went in the wrong order. But regardless, the Oilers, they went out, they acquired Isaac Howard, Andrew Mangiapane, David Thomasek, Curtis Lazar, a couple of the depth players there too. And then the guys they let go of, Corey Perry, Connor Brown, Evander Kane, Jeff Skinner, Victor Arvidsson, and John Klingberg. So, first off, I want to go through the team as a whole. LeBlanc, what do you think about this team?
They got better.
You
I
think
feel
so?
like the moves they made, the biggest thing was like bottom 6 scoring and defense. And they addressed those. What they didn't address was the goaltending.
Yeah, they didn't address the biggest issue. They didn't really address the blue line either because the blue line has like no changes to it. It's the same blue
Sorry,
line.
I meant bottom 6. I didn't mean to say. I don't know why I said defense. That's on me.
The forward core was really what they only addressed, to be completely blunt with you. Getting guys like Mangiapane, good top sixer. Isaac Howard, I think, is a little bit overrated, but still a very good top six prospect. They didn't address Skinner though. They did not address Stuart Skinner. I think that as long as they have Skinner, that is a problem. And I get it. You're going to be like, oh, what could they do? Who knows?
Could have picked up Ingram off waivers. That's what they could have done.
They could have picked up Ingram. They had Hunter Shepard there too. He's not great, but whatever. You had options.
Ottawa.
He is with Ottawa, so like you could have. He was on waivers though. You could have picked him up, but whatever. Anyway, he wouldn't have been your starter. Skinner, with limited cap space and limited options for a goalie, I guess they didn't have a choice.
I mean,
they said they were going to address these things though. I didn't really see.
I think that they weren't expecting was Detroit trading for John Gibson.
Yeah, I think that really did screw them over.
Really put a
But again, why weren't you the first team to jump on that? I know you don't have a lot of assets, but fuck it, like
they got Gibson for pennies on the dollar.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going to happen there with Skinner. And then I want to discuss Connor McDavid because we haven't really talked about this that much, LeBlanc. We haven't really talked that much about the overall Connor McDavid situation. So McDavid obviously is without a contract. This is the best player in the NHL. This is going to be a discussion that we talk about every single day until he signs that new deal. I'm starting a new TikTok series where I look at a McDavid mock trade every single day until he signs a contract. So that could be a while. But regardless, or I'm making up a McDavid mock trade. But regardless, I have a couple of tidbits that I want to look at here first. Quotes that McDavid said, things that he's been saying, and as well as that too, how much money we think he could get paid and such. And the big question, do we think he's really going to stay here in Edmonton? So the first one for me, this was a couple of weeks ago. We might have discussed it on this podcast. I can't remember if we did. I know I made a TikTok about it. But McDavid did say in an interview of some sorts that his biggest concern with the Edmonton Oilers is, quote, the aging roster here in Edmonton. Now, as well as that, too, he also said in a quote saying that I have all the faith in this 2025-26 season, and beyond that is remained to be seen.
Ooh.
So, what do you think about that quote?
That actually rubs me the wrong way.
Kind of does for me, too.
I don't. That is a hint, and here's the thing. McDavid, do you want McDavid to leave? Hell no. Stay in the Western Conference. Stay there.
Go to Toronto.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do. Like, do not. I
can't take that. No.
I'd quit. Like,
Yeah, I can't take that either.
Oh, that really, because it's like I get it. It's McDavid. You know, he's the best player in the league. That really rubs me the wrong way. McDavid wants to win. That's his biggest concern. He wants to win.
And him saying things about his concern with the aging roster, it's definitely like a factor. Like those guys aren't getting younger. And you look at this overall core that's around him. You have Hyman, who's not going to be there for a while. He's injured. You have Nugent Hopkins, a little older. You have Mangiapane, who's... Let me actually pull up the actual ages of these guys.
Mangiapane, I think he's 31.
Mangiapane's a little bit younger than them. He is 29, so he is a little bit younger. But you look at these guys down this list. Draisaitl and McDavid, 28 and 29 years old, respectively. Hyman, 33. Nugent Hopkins, 32. Henrique, 35. Frederick, 27. Janmark, 32. Podkolzin is 24. Curtis Lazar's 30. That's the forward core. Defensively, Darnell Nurse is 30. Ekholm's 35.
Yeah.
Wallman's 29. Kulak's 31. Yeah, this core is aging. Like, there's no denying it when you look at the roster. And they have made efforts to make it younger, like going out and getting those prospects like Matthew Savoy and Isaac Howard. Is that enough?
Here's the thing about, like, oh, the roster's too old. Well, here's the thing. If you go get these young guys, they're not seasoned. They don't know how to win. Those vets know how to win. So...
Yeah, that's an argument you can have for sure.
And, like, once again, you're McDavid, you can call the shot, sure. But at the end of the day, it's on the GM, because here's the thing, the GM. You have Connor McDavid. Why are you not going for it?
Yeah.
Like,
well,
I'll be honest. Yeah. And respectfully, if I'm the GM of the Oilers, fuck them picks.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Fuck them picks, fuck them prospects. I trade anything to help McDavid. And, like, if you want him to see you're legit, go out and get a goaltender. Go out and get a superstar defenseman. Another superstar defenseman.
I mean, that's easier said than done, though, because you don't have
said than done, but the point is, if you have McDavid...
You have money, though. What are you going to trade? These prospects, they're on ELCs. That's not going to move the needle that much.
The thing is, I think they gave too much money to people who shouldn't be making that much money. I'm looking at, now, respectfully, I'm looking at Darnell Nurse, I'm looking at Nuge as well.
Yeah, they really... I mean, this was all flawed from the moment, from past moves before with Ken Holland.
Ken Holland stubby fingers on everything, like always.
And we will talk about it later on with LA. He really screwed over this team. He really screwed this team over in those early days of 2021 because Darnell Nurse, $9.25 million, that's just way too much. That's just way too much for a guy like him. Nugent Hopkins is 5.125. That's not that crazy, but still, like, that's...
Well, you could use that 5.125.
You could. The issue is just, like, again, like, sometimes you have no choice. You have to pay these guys. Like, you had to pay Evan Bouchard $10.5 million for the next 4 years. You didn't really have a choice with some of these. Like, you had to pay Draisaitl $14 million. It is really worrisome. And I totally understand. Like, some people are really like, Connor McDavid, why are you not being loyal to your team? I completely understand why he doesn't want to sign an 8-year contract. Because you know that if he wants to stay, that's probably what will have to happen. Maybe a bridge deal does go down. Like, maybe it's a 3 to 4 year contract, which could be more likely. But again, going back to that 8-year deal, like, if I'm McDavid and I look at this roster, like, this roster is old. It's aging. It's getting old. The average age for it, I think, is around 30.
I'm going to say
I don't have the exact number, but regardless, do you really want to sign an 8-year contract, lock in here and win? Do you think you're going to win with this team? Do you think you're going to make it back to the Cup final next year? I think they can, but is that success sustainable even after this year? That's what people are forgetting. This isn't just like, oh, it's a short-term thing. If he's going to stay here long-term, he wants to win more than one cup. Wants to win 8 cup.
Yeah.
Period.
I'm going to ask you this right now. If McDavid and Draisaitl suddenly were out for the season, this season, are the Oilers a playoff team?
Honestly, they're like fringe at best. Honestly.
Because
Without those two,
who's
I would say yeah.
who be stepping up on the offense? News?
Hyman's your best guy after that.
Hyman?
News,
Isaac
maybe.
Howard takes that big step. I don't know, because
You can't expect these young guys to come in and just
exactly
be
that's one thing I always
their
think.
guys right away.
Oh, Isaac
Either.
Howard's going to score 30. If he's playing with McDavid, I'll say this, maybe.
But we said that about Skinner and Arvidsson last year, and none of those happened. None of them are here anymore. So, like, they are really in a rough situation. They are. And I think, again...
If McDavid says, quote, I'll be honest, if McDavid says, I'm not resigning, and I'll be honest, if you're Edmonton, do you still run out the year?
I don't know. I truly don't know.
Look at Ranson and what happened. Ranson wanted all that money. I know it's different scenarios. He's McDavid's best player that you would give up anything. I don't know. If they offer McDavid like $17 million over 8 years.
Oh, I don't know. Well, the thing is, though, here with McDavid, and I know everybody's talking about the money, and McDavid, rightfully so, if they could offer him $20 million, they would.
Yeah.
Like, maybe 50, they would offer him that if we lived in the NBA world. But they don't have that money. And as well as that, too, I also don't think, like, going back to what I said, maybe not everything's about the money here. He wants to win.
Yep.
Maybe he doesn't want to get paid $17 million. Now, he should be the highest paid player in the league. Like, that's without question. But maybe the money is not what it's all about here. Maybe it really is about this team and winning here. Because, again, like, yeah, they've been back-to-back Cup finals, and they can make it this next year. They can make it the following year. Is that sustainable long-term? It remains to be seen. Like he said in his quote, it really does remain to be seen. And I have a question for you, and I was thinking about this while I was talking. If they win that cup last year, is he signed right now?
Yes.
Really? You think though?
I mean, here's the thing. McDavid has this thing where I know a lot of players have this thing where it's like once they win the cup, either they say, job's finished, I can go get my bag somewhere now.
I agree with you. I think so too. I think he would be signed though.
With McDavid,
I think he would.
Like, also time I tell you that job's not finished.
Yeah, you see it happen with a lot of players, where like with Florida last year, like all the guys that won, basically all of them stayed, and even from that 2024 team too, like pretty much all of them stayed. Besides, like what Montour?
Like for 2024, 40% of them stayed.
Like Montour,
they all stayed except for maybe like one or two.
Yeah, like Schmidt was the only one that left that I can think of, and Vanacek, like. So yeah, there's that. That was a whole nother discussion. So I think if they won the cup last year, they would be signed, but we're not living in that reality. We're living in the reality where Connor McDavid is not signed to a contract. And there's a lot of people who say, like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. We're not worried. I would be. I'd be very worried.
Because I'll be honest, if McDavid leaves, you think and this is just me playing the devil's advocate, Draisaitl, he'd be the guy now.
He has a longer term deal though, so I don't know. But
would Draisaitl be like, yo, I don't want to be here anymore?
It's not impossible. Because I think when McDavid leaves, this team is a little...
First of all, if McDavid leaves, Edmonton's going to burn down.
Yeah, well, there's that. The city will burn down. When you look at the team, it's pretty...
It's rough.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty freaking
it's
rough.
But here's the thing, and because we're getting a little bit off track here.
We are.
They're very top. They're so top heavy that they're top. Like it's kind of like Colorado, where I said they're very top heavy. They're so top heavy that's going to carry them.
Exactly.
Barring an injury.
Barring an injury, yes. How much money do you think McDavid's going to get?
16.
You think 16 is the possibility?
16 and a half.
16 and a half. Carter did say on the Nordcast, the other podcast on this network, he did say that there is a real chance that he could take a team-friendly deal. I mean, maybe.
If McDavid's saying that about the roster, the roster's aging. Well, if he takes a pay cut, then it helps out.
Yeah.
But
It does help out, but
here's
he
the
shouldn't
thing. If
have to.
McDavid is not signed by the playoff time, I'm going to assume he's testing the market.
I'm going to be blunt. If he's not signed by opening night, there's going
to be
that percentage of him leaving starts ticking up higher and higher. And I think it honestly could be right now as well.
First of all, I'm gonna message Connor real quick. Just lean in real quick. Lean in. If you want to win,
here we go.
If you want to win, don't go to Toronto. They don't know how to do that shit. All right, now.
Yeah, so I did want to discuss Connor McDavid because I don't think we've really talked about it here on the channel.
We only talk about that throughout the year, though, like constantly.
Absolutely. There will be multiple videos and multiple topics discussing that when we hear more things. So there's that. Anyway, your MVP for the Ottawa Senators, for the Edmonton Oilers. I thought you were going to say? I thought you were going to be like, so you know how to win? Come to Ottawa. You want to know how to win? Come to Ottawa. Come on. That would never happen.
I'm very realistic with my free agents. I know Ottawa don't get the big free agents, so I wasn't gonna. I mean, I'll make my pitch, but that's really about it, though. Like, listen, you want to come down? Free Schwarmer for life.
Free Tim Horton. I guess they have that at Edmonton. Whatever. Who's your MVP?
McDavid, obviously.
Yeah, it's got to be McDavid. Breakout player. I'll go with Matthew Savoy.
I was gonna go Savoy. I was gonna go. My rookie was gonna be Howard.
Okay, yeah. So that's able. We get two guys there as well. Rookie, yeah, Howard. Floor, I would say 3. Ceiling is 1.
Yes, I would agree with that too.
So,
I have the Oilers in second.
I have the Oilers in second as well. So that's pretty much where I have them finishing. I think that's fair. It's a fair placement. It could be 1, but I think a team in Nevada is going to be better than them, in my opinion. Yeah. All right, next up then we have the Los Angeles Kings. The LA Kings last year went with a record of 48, 25, and 9 for 105 points.
Oh, my God. Oh,
Breeze coming out. Oh, no. New arrivals for LA, Joel Armia, Corey Perry, Brian Dumoulin, Cody Ceci, guys they let go of, Vladislav Gavrikov, Trevor Lewis, David Riddick, and Tanner Jeannot, along with Jordan Spence. So, LA, forward core looks great. Defense, bleh. Get the Febreze out there. It
smells.
Why did you
sign all those guys, Ken?
I want to go through it individually.
Okay.
But I'll let you say your thoughts first. What do you think about LA?
I'm going to say what Kings fan has told me. Quote, can we fire him already? Can we void the contract?
Sadly, I don't think you're there.
These moves would have made sense maybe 6 years ago.
When they were rebuilding?
We're still living in the past. You
know what really sucks about LA? And I've said this in prior videos and prior episodes of the podcast. LA feels like that team where they were in that rebuild and now they've come out of it for 4 years, probably 5, and now they're going to go back into it. And they did nothing, too, pretty much. So, they made the playoffs and played against Edmonton every year and lost.
I don't
understand. They play them again.
I don't understand what LA brings in Ken Holland. The biggest thing about Kings fan is that Jim Hiller is, quote, a domestic terrorist. Now, they don't fire him. They let him stay, and he hates young players. And you have this defenseman named Brant Clark, who's sitting there waiting patiently for his playing time, and you bring in Ceci and Dumoulin.
Going through it, in my eyes, Anderson I love. Anderson's great. Doughty doesn't look the same. He's old.
He's older. He's still Drew Doughty, though. I'll still give him his flowers.
Yeah. Brant Clark is pretty good. Joel Edmondson, overpaid. Dumoulin, Ceci, Febreze, all around. Half of that blue line is all right. The other half is Febreze. It's not great. It's not good. It's not. It's not good.
Yeah. And
not good.
Here's my thing about this. Brant Clark deserves to get in that top 4. But
he does. And I think he will.
In that top 4 because, quote, Jim Hiller is a domestic terrorist, like I've been saying.
Yeah, there's Jim Hiller there as well. He's not that great. I don't like Jim Hiller as a coach.
And if the King starts slow, he'll be the first coach gone this year.
Probably. Yeah, probably. He should be, honestly. But yeah, forward core, it is Kopitar's last year. So I think that LA will be they'll be good. They'll be good enough, I guess you could say. Overall, it's a good top 9. Like I look at the top 9 and I'm like, yeah, that's good.
Forward core is great. Forward core is great.
Yeah.
It's the defense, and then Kemper. I'm not sold on. I'm still not sold on Kemper.
I'm sold more on Kemper than of other goalies they've had in the past.
That's fair.
Like the year prior, they had what?
Big save.
Was it David Riddick, their starter?
Big save, Dave.
Yeah, big save, Dave. So I'm more reliant on Kemper than I am those other guys they've had in previous years, like Korpisalo, they had it for a year. Riddick, they had it for a year. So I'm more sold on him than I am on those guys. My MVP is going to be for his last year, Kopitar.
I didn't go that way. My MVP is Kempe.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, that's not. I just decided to be nice. Sleeper / breakout. My guy is Alexi Lafreniere. Alex Laferriere. Very familiar names.
If he gets the play-in time, Brant Clark.
Yeah, Brant Clark. That's a good one too. I didn't realize I didn't think about him. And then my rookie, Jeff Mallett. Almost 30 years old. Jeff Mallett.
30?
Yeah, he's only 30, but he's only played
30
like 40.
means he's ineligible for the Calder. You know that, right?
Yeah, but Gritziak's ineligible, and we still picked him for our rookie with New Jersey. So
there was an old goalie named Victor Fost.
Oh God,
he was 28 when he came out of the AHL, and he played so well he should have won the Calder, but he was ineligible.
Well, remember Kuzmenko was that guy too.
Yeah,
Panarin as well, I believe was. So,
but they both won Calders, and that's why the rules changed.
No, Kuzmenko didn't win the Calder.
No, it's actually Panarin. Sorry.
Yeah, Panarin won it, and that's why the rules changed. So there you go. But LA, my floor, 5th.
My floor is 5.
Ceiling 3.
My ceiling, like I said, if everything goes right for them, 2.
Okay, I have them 4th, but in a wild card spot.
I have them 4th, missing the playoffs.
Okay, and hey, that's not a bad take. Like I can really see
like they missed by like 0 or 1 point.
Yeah, they're not going to miss by a lot. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if they miss by a lot, but I don't think they will. So there you go. All right, and then our final team here in the division previews. The Vegas Golden Knights, they went 50, 22, and 10 last year for 110 points. They were first in the Pacific Division. The guys they brought in, Mitch Marner, Colton Sissons, Jeremy Lauzon. The guys they got rid of, Nicholas Hague, Nicholas Waugh, Victor Olofsson, Tanner Pearson, and Ilya Samsonov. So, LeBlanc, what are your inputs on the Vegas Golden Knights?
Super team. Like, they stacked!
They are a super team. That is a definite.
The only issue I have is the goaltending. Aiden Hill is. Where's my Febreze? I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. Like we shit on Stuart Skinner being average. Aiden Hill is also painfully average.
Yeah. So Aiden Hill, I think, is a little. I think Skinner might actually be better than him. Aiden Hill has a lot of inconsistencies. So I have my concerns there with Hill 100%. Forward core wise, stacked top 9. Good depth as well. Defensively, I think they're really top heavy. It could be better depth wise though, down below. So it could be a lot better. And I think, again, I've preached this a lot in recent weeks. Rasmus Andersson would be very, very interesting if he did go to Vegas.
It would,
because again, he has friends there like Noah Hannafin. So. Hey, if Vegas could make it happen, I wouldn't be shocked the slightest. So there you go. But, yeah, overall, Vegas, a super team. Goddamn super team. They're stacked. There's really no other way to go around it. I think there's a few things that they can improve upon, and I think that come the trade deadline, they will focus on those things. But overall, this is a great roster. Who is your MVP?
My MVP is Jack Eichel.
And we should, and I think this is going to be something we discuss in a future episode because there are a lot of players, who are going to need new contracts. Kaprizov, Eichel, McDavid, Panarin. We discussed like 4 of them just today. We are going to have an episode where we discuss all of the free agents for next year, and maybe we'll make it like once every couple of weeks because I think, again, like it's worth discussing a lot of these players. There's a ton of guys expiring on the market next year.
Well, we could call it the Price is Right.
Yeah, we could call it the Price is Right. That's a good idea. But regardless, Eichel is my MVP as well. My sleeper player, I have, let me pull up my list here again, Pavel Dorofeev. That's my boy.
I was going to say Dorofeev, but I just wrote, quote, no one.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Dorofeev already scored 30 goals. I'm like, he already broke out. So
screw it, he scored 40. He's getting 40 this year. So yeah, and then your rookie. I don't think Trevor Connolly makes this roster out of camp. He is going to be down in the AHL, but apart from that, there's nobody for me.
Yeah, there's no shot Connolly makes the team out of camp. 2 stacked up front.
Yeah. Ceiling is 1. Floor 2. I'm not going to lie. Like, I can't really see them finishing lower than 2.
I'm going to be real here. Ceiling is 1. Floor is 1.
Yeah, I honestly think
they're going to get by, like, hell injuries.
And that has happened before.
Yeah.
That has happened before, so it's not impossible. But I don't think so.
I don't know. I'm very high on Vegas. Like, very high on Vegas.
Yeah, I have them winning the West. I'm sure you do as well.
I got them winning the Western Conference. Like, they're going to the final in my eyes.
Ooh, okay. I like that pick. All right, well, then that being said, then that will conclude our Central Division preview. One last thing here, though. We are going to read off our final standings and give off our MVPs for this division. So I'll go first because I already have mine written down. I have the Knights from 1 to 8. The Knights, Oilers, Canucks, Kings making the playoffs, Flames missing the playoffs, Ducks, Kraken, and Sharks is my 1 to 8 list.
Right. My 1 to 8, Knights, Oilers, Canucks, Kings missing the playoffs, Ducks, Flames, Kraken, Sharks.
Well, there you go. So we're pretty much the same. The only difference that we have is that I have LA making the playoffs. You have the Ducks higher than the Flames. Once again, another year where Nordic and LeBlanc agree on everything. It's just a regular thing on this podcast.
Yeah.
We might as well just make this the agreement podcast because it's literally all we do. All right, MVPs for this division. So we're going to post this probably at the end of the week. So we'll post all of our divisional MVPs then. But LeBlanc, who are you thinking here?
McDavid.
McDavid. It's got to be McDavid without question. I don't know why I was thinking Eichel, but no, it's going to be Connor McDavid. So mine's going to be McDavid as well with that pick. So there you go. That concludes our divisional previews. What's that?
Goalie.
Yeah,
we're doing best goalie in the divisions.
Are we? Oh, I guess we are.
We were.
Wolf or Demko is my guys I would be with.
I'm going to be real here. This is the worst division for goaltending in the entire National Hockey League.
Oh, it is. It definitely is. Your top teams have average goalies.
Yeah, and I'm going to say Wolf's a good pick. I'm going to go Dostal.
Okay. Yeah, that's I heard what you said, and I'm like, yeah, he's going down that road, isn't he? Okay, some other things here to report on. We got some new jerseys to discuss, and then we'll go over our hot topics around sports. First off, did you see the woman who put together 4 different Marc-Andre Fleury jerseys into the same jersey? So I'll put a picture of it on screen. She stitched together a Wild, Penguin, Blackhawk, and Golden Knight jersey, and it has Fleury on the back with a little flower. LeBlanc, is this a yay or nay?
Have you not seen it? I have not seen it, so I don't...
Okay, hang on. Give me a second. I'll send it to you. I'm sorry. I thought you.
I'm like, unless it looks really good, you don't cut up a jersey.
I thought you would have seen it. Hang on, I'll send it to you real quick.
Yeah, so, no, I'm on the station that unless it looks really good, you never cut up a good tarp.
I guess we're getting your live reaction here. Here, I sent it to you.
There it is. All right.
What do you think?
The front looks disgusting. I'm not gonna lie. The front looks pretty bad. The back looks really good.
Yeah, the back looks good. You can't really screw up the back. The front does look a little strange.
Like,
so I want the
why are we getting the back of the penguin? Why couldn't we do? I'll be honest. If they did the bottom of the penguin and then put the knight up top. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know it because the crest on all the jerseys, like they're not all of them are centered.
I don't really think there's any way to make the front look good.
But the back looks fantastic.
I'm gonna say yay though, because honestly, like although it looks weird, it's actually pretty creative, and I think it's pretty new.
Signed.
Yeah, it's signed as well.
But here's my thing: if I saw someone wearing this at a game, I'd be laughing. I'm not gonna lie.
I probably would too, to be honest.
You know me, when I go to the games, I think I send it to you every time. I always look at the jersey fouls.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is a foul, but it's a tame jersey foul because like it's like the parents of when they have two kids where they have like a half jersey where they have like I don't know the hue.
That's right.
They had the Devils and then the Canucks here and then the back was both like that's fair. Like this is creative. I like it. Yeah. So.
All right, two other new jerseys. Minnesota released their 25th anniversary jerseys. These are sick. These are like the vintage early 2000s, but a little bit more modern. I love them. LeBlanc, no. Don't tell me you don't like these.
Fire!
Okay, good. I was going to say.
No, like, these bring back so much nostalgia. Like, that font is iconic. Like, when I see that font, iconic. I think one of my first jerseys ever was a Wild jersey.
The numbers are sick. And I love it.
It was this style. It was the red one when they had it. It was the red, and it was just iconic.
Yeah.
They really need to go back to this font. Like, this font is insane.
Honestly, like, this was the last time where they had real success. So, you know what? Fuck it. Bring them back.
It's funny. They're like their best season as a franchise. They finished sixth in the West. And they went to the conference finals where they played number 7 Anaheim and got swept.
Yes. So, they look great. And then San Jose released their new Heritage jerseys for, I think, their 35th season? These are pretty good as well. Well, definitely more vintage. Uh-oh.
Also fire.
Yeah, also fire. The only thing that I don't like is, like, the black between like the shoulders looks a little strange. So
I'm gonna ask you this now. Start, bench, cut. These two jerseys plus Detroit's Centennial.
Oh, start Detroit's and then bench Minnesota's and then cut San Jose's.
Okay.
That's easy. Because I do think though that they're all very nice. However, I do think that
they're all fantastic. My one thing is, and I think you know me by now, that I'm not a huge fan of white jerseys.
Yeah. So, but you like this one. Very good.
It's very nice. Yes, I would purchase that personally.
Nice.
If I had the money.
Honestly, yeah. If I had the money, I would purchase all of them. But I don't have any money, unfortunately. All right, moving on to our last thing here. Let's talk about the hot topics around sports. The MLB playoffs are officially finalized. Thank God the Mets missed the playoffs. You guys know that I'm a Phillies fan. Mets hater. Can't spell Mets without an L. Yeah, you can. Whatever. So, looking at the postseason's bracket here, I'll post a picture of it on screen, but obviously you have you have the Toronto Blue Jays, the Mariners, the Phillies, and the Brewers getting byes. So that sets up 4 wild card matchups here between the Tigers, the Guardians, the Yankees and the Red Sox, the Reds and the Dodgers, and then the Padres and the Cubs. So we're going to do our predictions here. So we'll start off with Detroit and Cleveland. LeBlanc, who are you taking?
So, just because I know when I get heard about this, I don't want to be, stabbed. So I'm going to take Detroit. I know they've imploded, but I just feel like Detroit, they fumbled the division. Now they want that revenge. They want to take it back. Doesn't matter if you win the division if you get out of the wild card.
I got Cleveland.
Okay. Like
I think Cleveland.
my head
What matters in baseball is if you're hot.
Yeah.
And Cleveland's hot.
My head says take Cleveland. My head says take Cleveland. My heart says take Detroit.
Oh, I would love to take Detroit, but my brain says Cleveland. Dodgers and the Reds. I think the Dodgers are going to destroy the Reds. I'm so sorry.
Kershaw's last postseason. Give me the Dodgers.
Yeah, I think the Dodgers are going to destroy the Reds.
I think the Reds taking the playoffs is a big step in the right direction for them.
It's not a fluke.
I'm going to say this: this is the weakest the Dodgers have looked.
This is like the Dodgers haven't been like the Dodgers we've seen. They've had real struggles this year.
I think Cincinnati can take a game, but I think that's it.
Yeah, the Dodgers will wreck the Reds, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. I don't think it'll be close. Red Sox and Yankees, and I will be following this very closely. Now, you guys know, like, I really haven't been into baseball before this year. I will be watching this religiously. Mm-hmm. And I'm very excited, too, because the AL wildcard between the Tigers and the Guardians is during my one class. I get to do something in class instead of paying attention. But yeah, anyway. That's on ESPN. I'll be watching that very carefully. I got the Yankees, but I want to take the Sox so badly. My heart wants the Sox.
Let me go back to history real quick. The Sox own the Yankees in the modern MLB playoffs. Give me the Red Sox.
Okay. Yeah, I would love to see that. But, I mean, this is going to be a great series. It's always a great series when these two teams play. Always. And when's the last time we saw them play?
Ooh, I think 2017 or 2018.
Yeah, it's been a while. And then last but not least, the Padres and the Cubs.
Oh my god! Like talk about a fucking gong show. Like
this will be
two heavy. I mean heavy hitters.
This will be a good series.
Oh my god! Like this one, like honestly, flip a coin. Flip a coin.
I just because my boy Jack, he does the power rankings here on the network, and he'll be making a playoff video soon. I have the Cubs. Winning in 3.
My dad was a Cubs fan, so I grew up watching the Cubs. So give me the Cubs.
Yeah, there you go. We're not gonna discuss our other picks because I think it's a little bit harder to follow along. Do stay tuned though for the Instagram. We will be posting our full playoff brackets. All 4 of us in the network will be posting our full playoff brackets. So be sure to keep an eye on those. What's that?
You want to say your World Series matchup, but not your winner?
Yeah, okay. My World Series matchup, and it's going to be a little bit biased. I got Phillies and Blue Jays.
Oh my God, we're going to be hating each other for...
This would be the MVP battle. This would be... I don't know if this podcast would make it through.
No more podcast.
We might have to end the podcast.
I got Phillies Blue Jays. I'll say Phillies Blue Jays as well. But that's my heart talking. My head says Seattle.
Ooh, I would like to see Seattle though.
My head says Seattle, and I'm going to say Chicago.
Whew, that's a good pick. Yeah, Cubs would be fun to see for sure. Absolutely. So there's that. All right, we will discuss more of it. Obviously, our next episode will be next Sunday, so by then the wild card winners will be determined. We'll be into the NLDS, so we'll be talking about that. LeBlanc, anything around sports you wanted to discuss?
I'm just so happy the Blue Jays won the division. Like it's been 10 years exactly since last time they won the division, so I'm so happy they won the division.
So you don't got anything else?
Is this the year of the block kick in the NFL? Because we're seeing this. The block kick is at an all-time high.
Like the punt that they blocked, the Eagles blocked today.
Blocked the kick. The Bears blocked the kick today.
Yep.
The Eagles blocked a punt today. Like the block kick, it's back. Like,
yep, I agree.
We haven't seen it's at the highest rate it's been since the 1960s.
Jesus Christ! Oh my God, the halftime Super Bowl performer will be Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny and I don't like it.
What? Because he was in Happy Gilmore too?
No, well, I didn't watch Happy Gilmore too.
Oh no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that you shouldn't like it, but like, why are they giving this?
I just think that I don't know how to say this. I feel like everyone wants to see a performance. Like Bad Bunny's one of the biggest artists in the world, yes, but I feel like NFL fans are gonna watch the Super Bowl and go to the Bowl, like kind of wanted someone else.
Yo, dead ass. I don't watch the halftime.
I'm always forced to, so I don't get a choice.
I don't watch the halftime. Never liked it. Trying to think of something else. I don't really got that much.
Yeah.
NBA is not really underway.
NBA's not underway. Yeah, hockey.
I mean, we could talk about the Mets and their implosion. They were first in the
baseball and not make the playoffs.
They were first in the MLB in June, and they finished 13 games back. That might be worse than 2007.
Yeah,
it might be worse than 2007. A couple other tidbits there about MLB. Houston missing the playoffs for the first time in 9 years.
9 years.
There's a lot of people who are not unhappy about that, though. Rafael Devers is the first player since 2008 to play 163 games.
Damn.
It's cool because he was traded.
Here's my thing about Houston. Everyone's like, "Oh, they cheated." I'm like, "Here's the thing: they cheated. They served their punishment. They're clear now."
I still don't like them. Just gonna be honest, and that's fine.
That's fine. I mean, you have your opinion, but like, I feel like the Astros oh my god, they're still cheating to this day. Like, let's relax. They did what. And they did win a World Series where they didn't cheat, so I feel like they're cleared now.
Yep. Before we wrap, I got one question for you, and I know there's somebody who's very annoyed with me right now that I've gone this long, but I have one more question for you, maybe two.
Okay.
I have seen it so much on social media, Cal Raleigh versus Aaron Judge. Who is winning the MVP for you?
Give me Cal Raleigh.
Look, Aaron Judge is Aaron Judge. And this is coming from somebody who doesn't really follow, only got into baseball like a couple of years ago. Aaron Judge is having a year that Aaron Judge, I feel like, almost always has.
Yeah.
Cal Raleigh is having a historic season.
Came out of fucking
nowhere. Came out of nowhere.
Like,
he had what?
He was a no-name last season. But
did he have 60?
He had 60.
Or was he just under? Yeah, he had 60 home runs. Judge had 52, first off. I mean, I know Aaron Judge has far more better stats, but if we're just going to go with the player who has the best stats every time, I understand that. It's going to be the same player almost every year.
I'd be really disappointed
for a long period of time.
If Judge won MVP. I'd be really disappointed.
I would be as well. I think it should be Cal Raleigh because he has had a really historic year. And I'm not saying that Judge isn't deserving of it. Like, he could definitely win.
He injured a good chunk of the season, too.
Yeah, there's that. But, I mean, like, if you're going to say... Well, here's the thing, though. If you're going to say, and this is my argument, if you're going to say that Cal Raleigh should win over Aaron Judge, that could also factor in, like, Kyle Schwarber should win over Ohtani.
Yeah, but
because they're both having really good historic seasons. So there's that argument to it, and I don't think Schwarber should win. I think it should be Ohtani. I mean, like, as much as I hate the Dodgers and
Ohtani's Ohtani. Like, the dude is like this magic.
Can do literally anything. Like, anything in the world he can do. So, yeah, I think he should win the MVP. But Cal Raleigh's my other pick there as well. All right. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, I can't think of anything.
Okay. Well, that's great then. All right, this will conclude this episode of the Nordcast. We went on for an hour and a half. Pretty long episode. But LeBlanc, any final thoughts for us here?
Season's coming up. We're like
a
week and a half. Like, we get 2 weeks, week and a half away?
Yep. So that's pretty interesting. Yeah, we'll see what happens there. Yeah. Next week will be our final division predictions. We'll do it could be the same divisional standings, but it'll be all in one episode.
Our final. He's like what I believe going into the year.
What you believe will happen. We got our award predictions as well. We're going to talk about new coaches. We're going to go through all those as well. We got a lot to discuss next.
You can talk about which brothers are on the hot seat.
Yep, hot seat as well. It's going to be a jam-packed episode, so we're looking forward to next week. But regardless, that'll do it for this episode of the MVP. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you guys in the next episode.
I just do what I do. See me? I just do what I do. Man, I just do what I do. To know about you, I just do what I do. Check. That's the intro. See that? Yeah. I just do what I do. See me? I just do what I do. Yo, check. Let me flip this script. I feel privileged for all who can witness this. I am close to divine. Know the moment is mine, need no omen or sign. Providing a back sound to all the squares that ask around. Be getting it, my skills pay me. Trying to get a million, baby, with an adopted flow that God gave me. Me now. Tell whoever runners that they spot is temporary till I take it, it's mine. I'm selfish, your will. Tell Miss I'm on my wealth tip. So when we cash out soon, I'm just investing. Hey, no yes men. I've been a legend since before mom and dad had me and was best friends. I chew through comp, don't test them. I chew on tracks, cause after that I bless them. I just do what I do. You see me? I just do what I do. I just do what I do. I don't know about you. I just do what I do. Check. I just do what I do.